Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with some more HSR. This should be part 3, and if things go well, this will be the final part of my account showcase. So might as well just get started. We're here. Where did we leave off of? We left off of Jade, correct? Yes, we did. Now, we're just probably gonna be the rest of the account. The rest of the characters I do not have much to say about, because either they're like not favorites of mine, or their stories aren't just that not that they're interesting. It's just like, you know, not my favorite characters. So here we got Sparkle. I'm still in the process of building her because she was free back when some events were going on. But I'm in the process of building her for like Sparksy and the crit damage, DPS that's needed. The usual suspects. Yeah, I got her Bronya's light cone on her because I heard it's gonna be really helpful. Traces, yeah, obviously could use some work. Yeah, definitely could level up the light cone. Shout out to that one commenter, by the way. Appreciate you for that. Yeah, relics, they need work, but I'll get to it. Eidolon's E0 as per usual for 5 stars, mostly limited 5 stars. Next up, we got Rappa, and honestly, I think she was definitely more of an overhated character, or underrated character, because I don't see like much love for her in terms of like story and character. Also design as well. Like her design's all right. Like I don't really get the hate for it, me personally, but that could just be me. Yeah, here's the break effect for her. It should be around the same ballpark as like Firefly and others. So there's that. Yeah. Here's the Lycone I got for her. I need more break effect, especially with erudition. So that's needed. Same as usual with traces. Relics are almost maxed out. However, I do need to fix this piece specifically because while I do have speed on it, I do not have any break effect. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a project eventually. But she's not needed for now. I'll get to it. Information, etc., etc. Sushang, fun fact, she was actually a top 5 character of mine for a while back then. Back when it was like the C and Joe, a bit around the start of Penacony. So she's really cool. I liked her character. She's got a cool design. I like the voice actor on like both Japanese, Chinese, English, etc. Yeah, but I gotta rebuild her. I am definitely out of all the 4 stars. I'm definitely looking towards building her the most. Yeah, this is her light cone. It's just her. Traces, I definitely do need to work on. It sucks that most 4 stars don't actually have like crit rate, crit damage, etc. Yeah, yikes. Eidolons is E6 because 4 stars are easy to get Eidolons for. Yeah, not much else to say. Luca, he is actually a good favorite of mine. I love his character arc in the story. He is like a fun character. I'm always a big fan of like people that are like hella motivated, the shonen type of protagonist kind of things. Oh yeah, I think I built him for break effect. Yeah, break effect with a good amount of effect hit rate. But yeah, honestly, I saw a lot of builds for break effect with Luca, and I think he gets it off easily. So that's good to know. Lycone, you already saw it. My goat. My goat Kafka. Traces, I definitely need to work on. Holy. But yeah, I'll fix that eventually. Relic sets, pretty basic since I mostly did it for break effect. But I still got the effect hit rate rope and all that. He is E6, because like I said, easy to do that for 4 stars. But yeah. Pela, one of the easiest characters I've ever had to build. Sorry, my words are slurring. But yeah, since she's actually a really, really good support, like overall, it's good to have her like an easy character to build. Especially considering everything like that has to happen with her. Yeah, good, decent speed. She doesn't need much HP. She's all about effect hit rate, which, sorry to backtrack, I just had to see how much I had. 1, 1, 2, okay. Yeah, this is the sample icon. Traces are decent. I could definitely do better, like especially with the more smaller traces. Relic set, it's not bad, not bad. I could definitely level these up a bit more, but overall pretty solid. E6, you know the info if you've seen the story, depending on how far you're in the story. In the story, that's Ayyy, my goat. She was actually one of the 4-star characters that I wanted to get, rather than a limited 5-star. Like when she was first introduced with the Ruan Mei, I wanted her specifically and not Ruan Mei. So funny story about that. I still need to build her though. Like crit rate is atrocious, but crit damage is decent. Break effects kind of needed. Also, I need speed for her, honestly. Yeah, break effect, traces could use more work, but you know, decent. Relic set, it's pretty mid. It's all right though. E6 and you know information. Branya Rand. Let's just like get through all of this. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, she's a cool character. Nothing much to say about her. Don't have much an opinion, but I do have a close family that does that is her favorite character, Branya. Outside of Honkai Star Rail as well, like Honkai Impact, you know that stuff. I think she's also in the Hoyoverse game Guns Girl Z, but I don't know much about that game, so I can't say much about it. Yeah, crit damage close to 200. I want to get to 200 eventually, but you know, it's a dream. This is the light cone, pretty goated as per usual. Yeah, just gonna glaze light cones because the art is always really goated. I've never seen a light cone art that misses for like 4 stars and up. Traces could use work. Relic set, you know, maxed out. Probably not her best in slot right now, but you know, it's good. She is E2. I did not realize that, but that's really cool. Info. Don't really care too much about that. Dr. Ratio is my. I'm glad that he was free when he like first came out because I really liked his design and all that. So not much else to say about him. He was a cool character when he first came out. Forgot. Here we go. I definitely do need to get around building him a bit more when it comes to crit rate. That's the main thing. Light cone is goated as hell. Traces, yeah, it's alright, it's alright. Relic set, also alright. I think it's its best in slot right now. E0 since I don't do that for 5 stars. Lynx, fun fact, she also hard carried my team for a good amount of time. Because I don't know why specifically, but I don't know how to describe it. But she was definitely a hard carry for a while. Back when she was like first released. I don't know which banner she was released in, but she was a good character. Yeah, I don't remember. I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, her build right now is really, really bad. But early game, she was really good. Quid pro quo, you know, Bailu, goated. Traces atrocious. Relics, Jesus. My fault, guys. Eidolons is E6 though. Information? Okay. Gwynefen, my goat. Yeah, she is a favorite of mine. Not up there, but I would say like, you know, top 7 in the ballpark, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, I did spend some time building her since she does have the limited 5-star, not the limited, the Herta Space Station 5-star light cone. I could definitely do more with her though. Fixed hit rates, decent, decent. Fire damage boost. Light cone, you already saw. Traces could use a bit more work, but it's up there. Relics, it's decent. Eidolons E6. You already know her info since you kind of saw it in the first place. Now, Pitch Dark Great Hook. I don't know. She's got a long ass name. But yeah, she's a cool character. Obviously doesn't do much as a character, like in terms of like story wise and well, I guess events, but there's not much to her really. She's cool though. This is what we got. It's a decent build. Obviously could use work, but I don't need to put much effort in her since she's only a 4-star that I don't really care about. I do want to eventually change relics though. That is a must eventually, because this is really dated. I don't have her E6. Huh. Alright. Yeah, I'll get to it. Next up, Ting Yoon, the original one. That's Fantilia and or dead. Yeah, she's a good support. I don't use her often, but it's nice to like have her around. Yeah, she's a cool character. You don't. She's also easy to build, just like Pela. So good support. Good support. Since I don't use her often, her traces are obviously abysmal, but you know it's whatever. Yeah, relic set's all right. It's not bad. Idons is E6 though. Yeah, obviously I use Fugue more than her in terms of like break team and all that, and usability. So you know she's still cool though. Himiko, you are getting a new form, and I have been trying to build for that, but it's kind of hard to do that since I don't know exactly what you need. But as you can see, her stats are not the greatest, but it's whatever. Light cone? Yeah. Oh my gosh! Wow, that is horrible. Oh Jesus Christ! Oh my god, I am so sorry, Himiko. Ron May, what to say about you? Oh yeah, she's built. She's built. I got her built, and I'll get to her outfit in a bit. Yeah, 205, which is probably what she needs. I think this is might be her second best, third best light cone in slot, but I don't know. I don't get into that much often. I definitely need to get more break effect, level up some more of these subsets. Relic set, it's alright, it's decent. I could definitely do something else. Eidolon is E0 information, like I said. Like I mentioned before in the first part, I think. I sometimes use gift cards to like get some outfits. Archer, part of the Fake Lab. Sorry, just gonna move the top screen. What to say about him? I never actually watched Fate Stays the Night, but I heard a lot of good things about it, so I do want to get into the series eventually. But right now, he's cool. What to say? I definitely do need to build more crit rate, crit damage a bit more. Crit damage specifically. Yeah, here's the light cone. Yeah, I need to traces, definitely need to bring brought up. Relics, that should be fine. And E0. And yeah. Huh. I'll read that eventually. How many characters we got left? Yeah, it's hard to tell. How long has this recording been? I might stop at Welt, but if you want me to like go all the way through to like the rest of them, yeah, there should go. Well, let me just get back all the way back here. Sorry about that. Yeah, here we go. I will go all the way up to Yukong, but I'll say at the end of stuff. Yeah, we already went through his build. Next up, we got Natasha. Probably like also the one of the first ones I used in terms of like a support. So you know, she holds a special place in this account. Lycone, it's her Lycone specifically. I saw a lot of ads about this before I even got the game, and before I was even interested in the game. So that was really interesting to think about. Traces, you know, relics. It's abysmal, but it's also because I don't use this character. And E6. Yeah, not much to say about her. She's a cool character, but not much to say. Ching Chu Wei, my gambling goat. You have not been built at all. I'm so sorry. I think before I had good relics on her, but then I switched them out for something else, for a different character. But yeah, this is cool. You know how it is with all these things. Yeesh. Right. I do have her E6 though. Sorry if I'm speaking past through these next two, but I'm gonna be going out in a bit, so I got a busy day going ahead. Sampo Goski. I hope he gets a 5-star form. He might. Actually, he might. But yeah, I think I built him a bit for more crit rate and crit damage, which is obviously not, the best idea for him, but I had fun with it. Yeah. So he's definitely not supposed to be built for that, but I decided to because it's fun. His light cone, his traces could be better by a lot, and his relic set, which also could be better. But here's Eidolon's E6. Yeah, Sampo Koski people. Next up, we got Yukong, the Hellmaster herself. Where's her? Huh. I'll fix that later. Yeah, we'll just quit this for now. Yeah, as you can see, she is not built at all. But I do like her as a character, though. Her story, her like a story quest, that was fun. Not fun for her, but it was fun to watch. Traces, abysmal, but you know the usual. Relics, they're a joke. Next, we got Eidolons, B6, and Info. And that should be it for all the... And for all the ones I have, I at least mostly built for the most part, if you ignored the rest. But yeah, also notice the location change. Anyways, yeah, that should be it for the account showcase. Unless you guys want to see the other characters, which I would be confused about, but I'd be happy to just show that. But apart from that, after this account showcase, I'm just gonna be doing regular Honkai Star Wars stuff, beating the story, any kind of side quest stuff, anything you guys want to see specifically. Honkai Star Rail will be probably like the main point of this channel, but if you all want more, feel free to like leave suggestions down below in the comments. But apart from that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. All right, see ya.